Hey, this is Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. I'm recording my live reaction to the Dune Part 2 first official trailer. Um, so you guys will see the trailer with subtitles. You will not hear it. I'm just going to kind of play it through and stop here and there just to drop some thoughts. Then probably afterwards I'll talk about Dune Part 2 and maybe hit some points in the trailer, to specific points. Now, I'm not. This is not. I don't. Usually, I script myself a little bit on these things to gather my thoughts, so I don't waste your time. But we're gonna try. I'm gonna try and do this a little more reactionary. So let's hide what you don't need to see right now. So okay. So let's first state. Let's make this bigger. So Dune obviously is a book by Frank Herbert. It's been adapted several times in the past to some success and some failure. Denny Villeneuve, who has done, who we'll see here. There's so many web browsers. Billions and billions of web browsers on the wall. Billions and billions of web browsers. Anyway, so Denny Villeneuve is famous for several movies. The Arrival, Blade Runner 2099, a couple of, most Sicario, which I love, and so forth. And that was the one reason that I thought that this could be successful, because Sicario and Dune should have a similar tone to Sicario on the big screen. Okay, so and he knocked it out of the ballpark. There are four or five, I guess you would say, um, concerns I have about the movie, which arguably could have been done better, like the Duncan Idaho death and all that. Yes, Duncan dies in the book, and honestly, the book is kind of a offhand death, so it is better in the movie. But they could have played it. They could have made it a little even better. But anyway, so this ended with basically Paul. Doom Part One ended with Paul and Lady Jessica escaping after the fall of House Atreides and so forth. As we saw the Fremen taking them into the desert on the Sandworm. So now, without much ado, let's do the trailer. You already seen parts of the trailer. Let's without much ado, let's blank that out. And let's get on. Okay, so that character obviously is Chani. Um, so she is. The actress is well cast in terms of how she has played the role for a limited amount of time. I know there are people out there who will complain about the so-called race swapping of the Fremen, but the reality is none of the humans of the time of Dune, which is like 18,000 years in the future, humanity has literally been rebred by a robot supercomputer and is no longer looks anything like us. Okay, they still have human skin tones and whatever, but our obvious ethnic groups don't exist in the future. You know. Anyway, let's get this on. They look like they have good chemistry. So that's Princess Irulan, and now obviously burning of corpses, Death House Atreides. And so the reference point as to why he struck at House Atreides. House Atreides is related to the Emperor. Duke Leto is technically the heir to the throne. Um, well, depending on whether females are allowed to inherit or not, there's some debate in the fandom about that. But and so his political solution to House Atreides and Duke Atreides, who is also gaining popularity and power in the Landsarad and so forth, as well as a growing military power second only to the Emperor, was to make the Harkonnen to take out House Atreides. There's a thumper. So this is the coming of age when a young Fremen coming of age ceremony is to solo ride a sandworm. Um, that is not quite how it happened in the book. I understand for the movie they're going to play it up. Okay, so okay, so some of this, I mean, okay, let's start right away with this scene right here should not have been in the trailer. Okay, um, I can't even talk about it without spoiling. Like this is a case of a trailer that spoils something. I'm not even going to say what it is because I don't want to ruin something for people out there. But this spoils something. Okay. I guess the way they do it, you can argue you don't know who he's facing off against, but okay. So the trailer looks good. I'll say that much up front. Let's skim through here. Let's go back to what I was talking about before with the sandworm scene. In the book, it's more sedate what he does. Yes, it's exciting, but I understand this is an opportunity in the movie to have a big action sequence. I totally get that. I'm on board with it. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes when I see a book adapted to a movie or a TV show, there's a part of me that says, okay, what has to change? Let go, Matt. Let go. Just let go. And I can let go of this scene. This is one I can. Not that big a deal. Okay. The question is, how long is this? Like, there's a lot. Dune is a very dense book. I don't have my copy handy, even though it's not like very long page wise, or you know, but there's a lot of information in Dune. Um, and decompressing it into a movie, I always thought Dune would be done best as maybe a five or maybe like a 10-part TV series where you can really break it down. Villeneuve has a good idea here and doing two parts. Honestly, you arguably could have done a third part. There's kind of a natural point in here where you could have had two 1.5 hour movies. I feel this is going to be another like 2.5+ hour movie. I'm okay with that. But I'm not complaining. What else could we talk about this trailer? Paul's relationship with Chani is very important. Obviously, that's his love interest, so to speak. We see burning bodies. Excuse me. Man. We'll see. Where are we here? So this right here, that is, I believe, Lady Jessica taking the water of life and trying to transform it to become a Reverend Mother. Not going to spoil that too much. And what else we got in here? I mean, the trailer looks good. It's basically more of the same. This is the question of, you know, Dune Part 1 was a great kickoff, and he advanced the ball to the end zone, to the to the to into advanced the ball past the middle, past midfield, right? And now Dune Part Two, can he score a touchdown? That's the thing we got to look at for. So, trailer looks good. There's that one thing which I feel shouldn't be in there because it's a little spoilery. But I guess if you don't understand the context, if you haven't read the book or seen the other movies, you wouldn't know what that scene is. So I can understand why it's there, why it would be put there. As I said, that's his Princess Arulin. This is not a book thing. I don't believe well, I guess she does speculate to some extent on that. But that's the Baron Harkonnen post circumstance, post murder attempt, basically. And okay, so there's not much else to say other than I really enjoyed it, and I don't want to spoil what I saw because I know it's coming based on the book. But there is a lot that they haven't even hinted at in this trailer. The question is, are they going to show it or not? But meaning, is Villeneuve going to include it in the movie or not? But so that's where that stands. My name is Matt. This has been on Real 73, reacting and talking about the Dune Part 2 trailer. Have a nice day. I am out of here.